Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I'm currently reading the book Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland. And in this book, he talks about this concept of excess potential. And I want to talk about it because it's just hitting me right now. You know, it's one of those moments where I'm like, wow, I love when concepts have names, like things that I knew to be true already, but are just expressed in different ways and different forms and different terminology, but you know, the same thing, but expressed different. This idea of excess potential, or you can also call it like excess importance, excess desperation, even to a desire that you have, is the very thing that is repelling the desire. And the idea of excess potential, I believe, when you get this down and you really understand this, you will be able to manifest your desires so much faster and have way less resistance to your desires. And I love this concept too, because it touches on one of my most favorite concepts in spirituality, which is the idea of paradoxes. As we go on with the video, I want to share very quickly before I even dive in, what is excess potential? So in the book, Vadim explains the idea of excess potential as putting an emphasis, an excess of importance, significance on you achieving your goals. Basically, it's putting your goals on a pedestal. It's putting your manifestations, your desire, whatever you want to call into your reality, it's placing it above you. And because of this excess, because this desire you have is above you, this leads to an imbalance of energies. And because there's an imbalance of energies, now all of a sudden resistance comes, problems comes, things come to throw things off of balance, to knock you off your course. And it's the very force and reason that your desires are not coming in, because your desire is too high above you, you do not feel like you are a match to it. You feel like there's an imbalance in the energy. You're not aligned with your desire. So in order to balance out these energies and to not have something placed above you or to feel like it's out of reach, to lower the level of importance, the significance that your desire has, remove it from the pedestal because it's on your level. What do you mean? The only thing that should be above you is God. Okay? Period. Now, I'm going to dive into more details. Let's get into the video. Hey soul fam, welcome to the channel. I'm Rosa, and if this is the first time that you are seeing my face, then welcome. It is such a blessing to have you here on the channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit that button right now, okay? We talk about all things spirituality, self-development, esoteric wisdom such as the ancient wisdom of Kabbalah, which decodes the Old Testament and explains how the stories are relevant to our lives today, and they have deep symbolism, deep codes, deep interpretations of the very fabric of the universe and reality, and it goes deep, okay? We're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna dissect all these topics in upcoming videos, and I have plenty of videos as well diving into so many different things related to manifestation, but I wanted to come here to you today to talk about this concept of excess potential and why it's creating resistance to you receiving the thing that you have been desiring so very much, and why has it not come into your reality yet? Why is it that you want something so bad? Shouldn't you be able to just receive it? Like, what is the deal with having to let go and having to release the desire for something that you desire? The truth is that you don't need to release the desire. But what we're talking about here is when it's on such a high pedestal that you have placed your desire, like your life is dependent on this thing coming into fruition. You are no longer happy in this moment because you don't have the thing that you desire. That is placing way too much importance on the thing that you want to manifest and call in. And the way that the laws of this universe works is you don't attract what you want. And how can you attract something that is above you, better than you? That's not equal to who you are. That's not aligned to your vibration of what you want to call in and attract. In order to get yourself on the same level of your desire, we need to reduce the importance, reduce the feeling of like, I need this to happen in my life. I'll get into a bunch of things we can do, but one quote I love to say is the idea of this or something better. And I like to say this because, like I was talking about paradoxes in the beginning, I love paradoxes because everything in life is a paradox. Two things can be true at once. The idea that I want this desire, this thing that I want to manifest and call in, I want it. I do. It's something I desire. I'm going to aim for it. I'm going to place my focus on it. I'm going to manifest for it. I'm going to visualize for it. This is something I want. While simultaneously, I also can hold on to the belief that I let go completely of the desire because, whatever's meant to be will be. I'll be good with it. I'll be good without it. I'm chilling. Okay. How can both of these things be true? This is the practice. This is what we need to focus on, cultivating this balance between I really desire this thing, but I'm also totally cool without it. How do we get there? Okay. And there's this example that this YouTuber Naya spoke about in one of her videos. If you guys don't know Naya, she also talks about like law of assumption, manifestation, all that kind of stuff on her channel, and way more. I don't want to box her into just one law. She talks about a lot. She's very knowledgeable, full of wisdom. But one thing that she gave the example of when it comes to the idea of excess potential is this lion and prey example, and how when lions are going to finding their prey, they don't just jump on the prey and eat the prey. No, they spend time searching for the prey, being sneaky with the prey, hiding behind bushes, studying their prey, looking at their prey, because they know that prey is going to be theirs once they cultivate, the power. Once they cultivate and understand the prey and they're able to move towards the prey. And that is how they are successful, because lions are such big animals, they need to be strategic. They need to be relaxed. They need to lower their breath. They need to be calm so that they can study their prey so they can attack when they need to. But then imagine now that the lion was clumsy, falling over, tripping on itself, and then just jumped to get the prey. Are they going to catch the prey? Hell no. The prey is going to run away. The prey is going to be way too fast for the lion, and the lion's going to go hungry because he can't control himself and he's so desperate. There's this desperate energy of I need you. I need this food. I'm starving. I'm I'm starving. I need to eat. That's going to push the prey away, and the lion is not going to be able to eat. But because the lion is relaxed, he knows the prey is his already. He's studying it. He knows his mind is focused on the prey. His attention is focused on what he wants. And he's moving slowly in the world knowing it's already done. What do you mean it's already done? This is exactly the mindset that we need to cultivate. Be like the lion. Don't go with the desperate energy of I need this desire. I need this desire. Because energetically, what is that doing? We all know this. Maybe we've heard it in different ways. When you need something so bad, your life depends on having this person. Your life depends on getting this promotion, getting this raise, getting the house. Everything is dependent on it. How important is that to you? And listen, I want to be empathetic as well, because I know everyone's in different circumstances, and sometimes it really is a need, or it feels like a need to have this thing. But this is where the paradox of reality comes in. If it's a need and you need it so bad, that means you're in the opposite of the energy of what you want to be in. And you're going to always attract more of what you feel that you already are. If you are in need, if you're in desperation and you don't yet have what you desire, that's how it's going to continue. But when you change your state internally first to say, I have what I need right now in this moment. In fact, I don't even care if this thing comes into my reality at all. I don't care if I get my desire. I don't care if I get my manifestation. I want it, but I also know I'm good with or without it, but I also know it's coming anyway. So it's all of these paradoxes can be true at once. And I genuinely do this. I take off the importance of my desire while still holding on to the desire for it. And I say, if it's not this, I know it's something better, so I can relax and I can trust, because my desire is not above me. The only thing above me is the creator, period. And I trust the creator. I trust God to bring to me what is best for me. God knows way better than I ever will. And if I try to control the situation too much, I'm only repelling it. I'm only making it further away from myself, because it's such a desperation. So what I am calling for right now and suggesting to you is to bring this level of calmness, to bring this level of knowing, first of all, it's already done, but also either way, I'm good. Either way, it's working on your state right now. And another thing about releasing excess potential, this can also relate to different actions that we want to do. And I'll give you example. For me, sitting down, filming, going to the gym, I had so much resistance to filming and going to the gym. And why? Because I felt like that action of me filming had such a high stake. Going to the gym, it's oh, I need to go to the gym to get the results. I need to sit down and film if I want to XYZ. We're still putting excess importance on, even if it's an action, you can be putting excess importance on it. But when I told myself okay, I'm going to film and then I'm going to do this. It's like more casual. And yeah, obviously I want to go to the gym because that's just what I do. And it's like, yeah, it's, of course it's for my body, like my health and everything, but it's, my health's going to heal regardless. I'm going to get to where I want to be regardless. What that does, it doesn't mean I'm not going to go to the gym. It means I'm taking the importance away from the action of needing to go so bad, because when you release the importance, it's so much easier to go. It's so much easier to flow through life when you're not like put it into like an action is like you're just holding on so tightly. It feels like this anxiousness, right? And as soon as I was like, you know what, going to the gym is just one of the things I'm doing. Filming, just one of the things I'm doing. It's not like the end all be all of my life. No, it's like you can release your shoulders, you'll get it done. It's gonna get done. It's already done. I'm not desperate to get it done. I'm not pushing it. It's just one of the things, you know? And by the way, this is something I'm still personally working on right now. And that's why I bring it to you, because I realized this idea of excess potential, yes, it has to do like with our manifestations. It also has to do with our actions. How are we showing up at work? You know, how are we showing up towards the ways that we're acting towards getting our manifestations? That's how it shows up too. So when we are in this excess separation mode between us and our desires, what is that saying? It's saying we're in fear, we're feeling lack. It means we're feeling uncertainty that we're going to get our desire. It means that it's above us. It's in a pedestal. Anything that's on a pedestal is going to stay on the pedestal. Anything you put above you is going to stay feeling above you because you're placing it there. You're basically idolizing it, actually, is what it is. It's like a form of idol worship when you put something above yourself. The only thing above yourself is the creator, God. That's it. You idolize God. And you work with God. It's a co-creation with God. That's what this life is. And I believe this is how I manifested my boyfriend too. It's like, I wish I could go back and tell my younger self, you don't need to fight for something that is meant for you. I had so much worthiness stuff come up. I had so much idolization and putting people above me and thinking I was unworthy. I wish I could just go back and tell her, all you need to do is prepare yourself for the love that's already inevitable for you, that's coming in for you. Work on the self-love, work on the boundaries, work on the communication, work on the things that you know you're going to need because it's already done. What is the point of any desperate energy for something that is magnetized to you? That's like the opposite vibration. Desperation is the opposite of like flow and ease, and it's just coming in naturally. And that's exactly how it was with my current partner. There was no games. There was no back and forth or questioning or wondering, is this right? Is this like, it was like, this is the easiest thing ever. It was like an instant knowing. And it's so crazy because that was never my experience before, but I knew it was possible. I held on to that faith. And actually right before I met him too, I was in this point of like, I just went on the date for fun. I didn't know it was going to be anything, but because I wasn't held on to the outcome, I wasn't putting anything above me, we were able to meet each other on the same level. It was able to flow in naturally. And like I said, I'm now doing this with my YouTube channel and with my body, my health goals, right? And I'm sharing this as well because I want to tell you, like, I'm on this journey with you. We're on this together. And if you're here with me, tell me below, comment down below, like, what is something that you are currently manifesting, working on, removing the excess potential for? What are your struggles with excess potential? Like any questions, anything you have at all about the topic, comment it down below. Let's have an open conversation about it, talk about it. Cause like, yeah, I'm showing up here and I'm teaching and I'm like sharing to you what I've learned. I'm also going through it. You know, I'm teaching it as I'm learning it myself and as I'm walking myself through the process and like putting pieces together on my own journey. Ultimately, that's always what I'm doing and my aim to show up for you guys and like to continuously grow and learn and share those lessons in the way that I understand it, because I understand that there's value in that. But I just wanted to say that, point it up front, because a lot of times we can watch coaches, we can watch mentors and say like, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. Like they're perfect. They understand this because they're sharing it. Hell no. Everyone's going through their process. Every coach that talks about manifestation, what you should do, like everything, they're going through it themselves too. And they're teaching themselves. Like I can tell you from my experience, I'm teaching myself sometimes as I talk. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that I knew that. Like, okay, I'm learning from myself right now. You know, as you verbalize something, you learn it better. If you really want to learn something, teach it, because you'll learn it in a whole new way. And that's just a little side note there. But I just wanted to share that because don't ever feel discouraged if you're like, ugh, but I'm not there yet. Or like, I still have excess potential. And how do I get this desire to feel natural? Like, this is the process. It's the process we're walking ourselves through. We're in this together. Like, I want you to know, like, I may have mastered it in one area, but there's still always other areas that we're working on things. We're in covering things. We're getting to our next level with these things. So never feel down on yourself. Instead, rather say like, okay, look how this person is embodying it, or maybe there's something I can learn here in the way this person's doing it that's can teach me something, and how things can be for myself. Things can be easier. There doesn't need to be resistance. And like taking that belief on and really absorbing it, adopting it, and practicing it, because ultimately all of these things are practices. It's not like, oh, you know it and boof, you're never having excess potential again. No, this is a practice. We remove the excess potential. We remove the importance. In fact, I wrote here a little list of some things that we can do to practically help us to release and reduce that importance of calling in what we desire. So the first thing that we can do is to laugh about it. Laugh about your circumstances. Laugh about the fact that it hasn't come yet, because laughing reduces resistance. Laughing reduces the pressure of like, this needs to come. And it makes things so much more lighthearted. It just really like lets down that feeling of resistance, desperation, fear. Like laughing is the opposite of all those things. So can you laugh about your desire that it's not here yet and reduce that friction? Number 2 is affirming until you believe. Affirming it's here until you believe. Like, what do you mean it's already here? Like, can you say that so casually? Like, whatever it is you desire so bad, like if it was here right now, it would be the most normal thing to you. So just say it like, oh, I already have my dream home and it's beautiful. It's amazing. But like, it's already here. Like it's already natural for me. Because the truth is, if you already got your desire, like, yeah, you'd be so excited and you'd be so happy, but like, you'd also feel like it was just natural because it's just yours now. And like, I'm grateful for it. Yes. Like, I'm so grateful for it, but also this is my life, this is my reality. This is what I deserve. So affirming till you believe that it's here. Stop checking the 3D. So what this means is like, stop looking for proof of your desire not yet being there. Okay. If you're trying to manifest something, stop desperately looking for proof that it's not here. Like, I see this a lot with like people get very desperate when it comes to like manifesting a specific person, for example, and they will check stories and they'll check, have they liked this yet? Have they looked at this post yet? Or whatever the circumstances are. I've dealt with a lot of relationships, a lot of couples, a lot of circumstances when there's so much desperation energy around another person. This means, and this doesn't have to do with people, but I know that it comes up a lot when it comes to specific person, but stop looking for things to be wrong. Stop looking for reasons to hurt your own self that you don't yet have what you want. Okay. So that was the third one. The fourth is have certainty in the light of the creator. What does this mean? This means feeling grateful. This means feeling peaceful. This means feeling just chill about your desire and just a sense of deep gratitude and certainty that everything is working out for you in your favor. If you truly have the certainty in the creator, in the light, you're not going to feel this lack. You're not going to feel this desperation. So focus on your certainty. Focus on the connection with the light. Okay. Number 5 is have multiple desires at once. Okay. So I like this one because when you are focused on multiple things, it lowers the importance of that one thing that you're like, I need this to work out. So kind of like when I was saying with filming, even I had resistance because it was like, I have to only film today. But if I'm like, okay, I'm going to just film and then I'll like do this other thing that's really important. It like reduces the importance of like how important I think it is. Because I think it's so important to film, it makes more resistance. If I think it's so important for me to get this job, I'm only focusing on the job. It creates so much resistance energetically. But if I'm like, I'm getting this job, but I'm also planning that job too, because like whatever. And like, I'm also, doing my own little side thing over here and I'm just working on other things. You have other things going on. I'm also manifesting a soulmate and I'm also manifesting, a bigger home space, like whatever. Having multiple things that you're like, I'm working on this all and it's all happening. It's all equal. It's all beautiful. My life is all amazing all around. It creates this overall sense of everything is being worked on. It reduces the importance of that one area. Because if you're only focused on this one area, it's like you're creating so much energy around this one thing. And that's why I also love the concept of Neville Goddard's Isn't It Wonderful? Where we say this one line, this one quotation, isn't it wonderful? I personally don't say isn't it wonderful? I'll say like, everything's working out for me. Everything is beautiful in my life. Everything happens in divine timing. The light is always working in my favor. I say those kind of affirmations. You can do whatever you want, whatever like terminology you use, what resonates with you, but the point is that you're focusing generally on things just overall going your way, overall working in your favor, things just happen naturally for you in your best, highest good. So by focusing on everything happening good, you take the pressure off of one specific area needing to be good. Can you still manifest for that specific area? Absolutely, but it helps to reduce the importance around that area by also focusing on these other areas as well. So multiple desires so that you're improving all areas at once, including that area, because you're reducing the resistance towards it. And yeah, and I just wrote here like that neutralizes it because you're focusing also on other things. Okay, so that was the message of this video. It was a good one. Again, I'm literally gonna come back to this video and rewatch it for myself because it's so important and it's not talked about that much. Like, I mean, I haven't, to be honest, I'm watching a lot of other YouTubers a lot less now because I'm wanting to cultivate like my own style and not like sound like any other influencer. My goal is like go directly to the source, like go to the ancient texts, the books, the documentaries, like kind of go in to the sources of the information rather than like people's interpretations of it, and then kind of formulate my own interpretations. But I'm still watching some other creators as well because I just like hearing people's interpretations as well. So let me know like what thoughts were coming to you during this video. Do you feel like you have any excess potential towards anything? Is there anything that you want to like reduce the importance of? Is there any questions you have? Please leave them for me in the comments down below. I'll get back to you. And yeah, I'm sending you guys so much love. I love y'all infinitely. If you have made it to this point of the video, comment down below. I have like my lip gloss right here. So comment the lip emojis. Why not? Maybe like a kissy face. I don't know. I'm just gonna have a bunch of kissy faces in the comments, and whoever like comes to this video and doesn't watch the whole thing will think a bunch of people are just like into me. So that's fun. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see ya in my next one. Bye bye. And make sure you're subscribed if you're not.